Okay, good morning, students. Good morning, teachers and students. So today is the first time we learn without the text. So all the teachers and all of us hope that you can do the best. So the topic, the motion for today is this house believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. We have the first group from SMKN Ende as affirmative group and from SMKN Moni as the contrary group. So now we start from SMKN Ende for the first speaker. The first speaker time is yours.
Okay, good morning judges, moderator and teachers. We are from SMKN Ende. This house believes the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. We totally agree about the mention because based on the experience we feel. This house believes that so many graduates from vocational school have so many time to get chance to be creative and develop according to their respective interests and talents so that they can improve their skill. Apart from learning through online learning provider is like Google Classroom, Google Meet, Zoom, they can also look for reference on the internet, such as for looking tutorial videos on YouTube. To the provide tips and tricks to protect what they have learning directly at home so that they can focus to improve their skill with their spare time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker from SMKN Ende. And the time is 1 minute 29 seconds. Okay, so now is the time for SMKN Moni. For the first speaker, time is yours.
Okay, good morning judges, timekeeper, moderator and teacher. We are from SMKN Moni. Totally disagree about this motion. This house believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. This house totally disagree because we all know the COVID-19 pandemic is the saddest disaster to around all the people in this world. All the segment of the human life on earth disrupted. It means, for example, if our daily life we always do the same activity like go to the market and then go to the bookstore and then do another activity that we used to did it, and then this pandemic come, it means that our daily life will be disrupted. And also teaching and learning disturbances by COVID-19. This pandemic have the big impact for all the people in this world, and also to the teachers and the students based on the psychological. This pandemic COVID-19 causing decrease all the skills of the students, not only vocational high school but also all around the people in this world. This burden is the responsibility of all elements of education. It's not only the responsibility of the government, but this pandemic responsibility of all around people in this world. Such as we have to obey the protocol, the health protocol of the Indonesian government, and then I think the stakeholders should make the rules and facilitating the school of about this pandemic of COVID-19. I mean, for example, the stakeholder should facilitating to the teachers and then to the learner about the how, the way, and what is the solution to get out from this pandemic of COVID. I mean, this pandemic of COVID-19 will exist in this world, but the stakeholders should have the great idea about the solution, how the way to do our daily activity as usual, but together work together with the pandemic COVID. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker from SMKN Tujumoni, and the time is 3 minutes 12 seconds. Okay, so now the time for the second speaker from SMKN Ende. The time is yours.
Good morning, judges, teachers, and moderators. I'm the second speaker from SMKN Ende. Okay, the motion is, this House believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. We are totally agree about it. Why? This House believes that not only premier skill that the student need, but the student need the additional skill also. Maybe at the school, the student have been learned about the premier skill, but it does no one to facing the tough work. That is why we need the additional skill. Talk about additional skill. What is additional skill? Additional skill is the skill that they can take it from school, or the things that are opposite from their major. For example, the students who are take the vehicle engineering major want to develop their skill at cooking or filming. They can develop their skill in the other field. It is make a sense if the students who are take vehicle engineering major want to develop their skill at cooking, at filming, at camera movement, or drawing maybe. All the things in the world they want to develop. It doesn't matter if there's no match about between vehicle engineering major with cooking, or vehicle engineering major with filming, or with drawing. All the things can happen if the student wants to develop it. I want to introduce you one platform that can support you to develop your skill. The platform is YouTube. In this era, who doesn't know YouTube? Do you know YouTube? You are. It is a very simple application. Everything you want can you get just by clicking search. Everything you need is available with various videos. So, at this point, I want to say again that we are totally agree about this motion. This House believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. We know that more we learn, there are more and more skill graduation too. Thank you.
Thank you for the second speaker from SMKN Ende. The time is 2 minutes 45 seconds. Now, we have the second speaker from SMKN Tujumoni. The time is yours.
Well, thank you for the chance to given to us. We are from SMKN Moni. I, as the second speaker, totally disagree with this motion. This House believes the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. This House believes pandemic of COVID-19 just decrease of the SMK graduation, because we all know the teachers in Indonesia is the born in the 80s era, and then the knowledge about the technology about for the 80s era of the teachers, the teachers who born in the 80s era, is not enough to know deeply about the technology. And then all of us hear about the affirmative about this motion. They say about YouTube. How about the teachers who was born in 80s era? Are they know the YouTube? Are they know YouTube? But to using the technology, I think they don't know about how using the media technology. I mean, how to use the media technology to teach about something about the school's material. And then besides the teachers who was born in 80s era, we all know Indonesia have a lot of residents from the Sabang until the Merauke. And then how about the students have the limitation about the mastery of information technology? Not also the teacher have the limitation about the knowledge of the technology information, but the students have the limitation of the knowledge, the technology. I think this house believes to buy the electronic media, it depends of the rupiah exchange rate against the dollar. It means that if you want to buy the laptop, it's impossible if you just buy the laptop with 1 billion rupiahs, and then how about the exchange of the dollars rate? For example, the laptop is $100. It means that it's impossible if Indonesia just only costs. We have to pay just 1 billion to about the laptop. For example, the laptop with the specification 4 megabyte for the RAM, 4 gigabyte for the RAM. It doesn't make sense if the cost of the laptop just 1 billion. Just 1 million. I correct. Just 1 million. In bahasa Indonesia is 1 juta, not 1 billion. How about the parent who was fired from their company, and then the parent should facing the pandemic COVID-19, and then their children should do the online teaching learning, and of course they need the electronic media. Where the parents should buy the electronic media? Besides that, they just got the fire from their company. And then we all know we live in Indonesia. Indonesia have the slow internet speed. Not all around in the regional of the Indonesia have slow internet speed, but in the part of the Indonesian region is like where we live in this Ende. Ende have the slow internet speed, and it's impossible if we do the study about using the Google Meet, the Zoom, and then with the slow internet speed. I think if we face the online learning with the internet, the slow internet speed, I think all the students will be frustrated about their psychology. And then this house totally disagree about this motion, that this house believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. This house believes this pandemic of COVID-19 just decrease of SMK, the skill of the SMK graduation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the second speaker from SMKN 2 Ende, and the time is 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
Negeri 7 Murni.
Saudara.
Kiranya Kak.
Hah?
Di depan. Lanjut.
Now is the third speaker from SMKN 2 Ende. The time is yours.
Thank you for moderator given time to me. I am the third speaker from Ende. This house agree about this motion. Why? Because the students can develop their skill outside field that they taken in school. Maybe, for example, maybe they can learn how to driving, how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, and maybe other things. The additional skill is important to them. To facing the difficult job vacancy. The additional skill is needed. We can close our eyes that the vacancy company work in to facing the difficult job vacancy to work in engineering is the small percentage. We can close the probability if the vehicle engineering graduation in their school work to television company. The company will be asked, how do you learn that skill? How long do you learn that skill? And so many questions the questioner gives to them. This house agree about this motion. Why? The students have many time to develop their skill, to face the better future. There are so many time to develop their skill. Maybe how they learn how to drive, maybe how to make a videos, maybe, or other things. To facing the better future. They are from us. Thank you.
Thank you for the second speaker from SMKN 2 Ende. The time is 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Now, the time for the third speaker from SMKN 2 The time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chance. Good morning for the moderator, the judges, and then the teachers. We are from SMKN 2 I, as the third speaker, totally disagree about this motion. I think the pandemic of COVID-19 just decreased of the skill of the SMK graduation because that what the friend before me explained about the argument, and then my argument is the stakeholder isn't ready about the budget supply. That's why the students can improve the skill of this pandemic. I mean, why the stakeholders isn't ready to budget supply for the facing the study learning about this pandemic. We have to use the Zoom meeting and then the Google Meet, and then we all need the internet credit or the internet quota. The stakeholder isn't supply how to buy the internet credit or internet quota during this pandemic. I think this house believes not all the Indonesian learners can enjoy the internet access. Not all, but the separate Indonesian learner. Just like my friend before me explained about the Indonesia have the Sabang until the Merauke. We live in this NTT, cannot enjoy about the internet access for the different regional. It's like from the Jalan Melati Atas, all the residents in Jalan Melati cannot enjoy the proper internet access. They feel the internet is so slow to access all the media about the studying learning in the long distance about this COVID pandemic. And then this house believes not only the students, both primary and secondary, can enjoy the internet access. Not only the students who school in their own school, but all the people cannot enjoy the internet access. I mean the slow internet access. And then this house believe this pandemic just make as the skill of the SMK graduation become decrease because of the stakeholder is not ready about the budget supply, and then we are facing about the so many troubles during this pandemic of COVID. How about the government tell to us not go outside, and then shoot get the vaccine, the first vaccine, the second vaccine, and the booster vaccine. I think it's make the trouble for us to facing this pandemic, because this house believe it's hard to us to do our daily activity if we have to get the vaccine. How about the people to live in the long distance in their village who have not get the information about the vaccine? It means that they can't go to anywhere if they can't get about the vaccine. The first vaccine, the second vaccine, and then the third vaccine. We all know if we facing about the long distance learning, we have to credit to fulfill the online media. It means all the parents cannot afford to buy the internet quota. It just make us the dilemma about use the online media financial and about the use online media when our Minister of Education give the spirit about the productivity must go to do the studying learning, but on the other hand, our financial skill or their financial skill and the abilities of the students have not gone in the same direction. So it means that the Minister of Education has the good spirit about the online media, but in the real field, our parents or us cannot have the abilities about the direction from the Minister of Education. So that is impossible if this pandemic COVID-19 just might increase the skill of SMK graduation. The truth is this pandemic of COVID-19 just decreased the skill of SMK graduation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the third speaker from SMKN to Jomoni. The time is 5 minutes and 33 seconds. So, Thank you for SMKN 2 Ende and SMKN 7 Jumoni. Now we have reply speech. So we start from SMKN 2 Ende start first. Time is yours. First speaker.
Okay, thank you for the time and opportunity given to me. I'm gonna reply my speech. This House believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. We are totally agree about it. This House believes that not only premier skill that the student need, but that is also the additional skill. Maybe at the school, the student have been learned about the premier skill, but it's just no one thing to facing the tough work. That is why we need the additional skill. Talk about additional skill. What is additional skill? Additional skill is the skill that the student can take it from school, or the skill that are opposite from their major. For example, the student who are take physical engineering major want to develop their skill at cooking or at filming maybe. All the things in the world they want to develop. It doesn't matter if there's no match about the physical engineering with cooking or physical engineering with filming. All these things can be happen if the student want to develop their skill. I want to introduce you a platform that you can use to support your skills, to develop your skills. The application is YouTube. We all know YouTube. YouTube is an application that are available by various videos. So if you want to get something, you can use YouTube just by click search. You can use it's like if you want to know how to cook, you can search somehow to cook, somehow to take a video, somehow to shoot a film. Everything you want to know, can you get just by clicking search. So at this one, I want to say again that this House believes that the pandemic of COVID-19 increased the skill of SMK graduation. We are totally agree about this motion. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the reply speech from SMKN 2 Ende. Time is 3 minutes and 25 seconds. So now we have the reply speech from SMKN 7 Jumoni. The time is yours.
We are from SMKN 7 Jumoni will deliver about our reply speech. And this pandemic of COVID have impact for all around the world, not only the teachers and the students. And this pandemic of COVID-19 is a global saddest disaster for us. Not only, and then this burden is the responsibility of the all element of education, especially for the students and the schools. Not all the teachers and the students can follow the Minister of the Minister of Education rules about the online media learning, because so many students and teachers so many teachers who was born in the 80s era, it means that they don't know about the mastery about the technology online or the technology information. Not all the students know about how to mastery the technology information also. Not only the teachers but students also. This House believes to buy the electronic media, it depends on the exchange rupiah rate, rupiah exchange rate to the dollars. It's not the same between rupiahs and dollars. I think it means that to buy the electronic media, so many people, so many parents in Indonesia cannot afford to buy about the electronic media. And then this pandemic of COVID-19 make all the students frustrated about the condition. It means that this pandemic of COVID-19 just decreased the skill of the SMK graduation. Why I say the decrease the skill of the SMK graduation? Because they cannot afford to buy the internet credit quota, so they means the parent, the students, the teacher, because they cannot afford to buy the internet quota. It just dilemma to them to professing the online media based on the Minister of Education rules or the direction. So it's impossible if this pandemic of COVID-19 may increase the skill of the SMK graduation. This house believe this pandemic of COVID-19 just decrease of the skill of SMK graduation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the reply speech from SMKN 7 Moni. The time is 3 minutes and 6 seconds. So thank you for SMKN 2 Ende and SMKN 7 Moni. So now we give the time for the judges to count the score. Thank you.